When did you finally stand up to a bully? I was stuck with Connor for our final history project, and he'd been making my life hell since freshman year. This kid would call me teacher's pet every single day, roll his eyes whenever I raised my hand, and whisper jokes about me to his friends. I'm talking 4 years of this garbage. So when Mrs. Davis announced random partners for our Civil War project worth 30% of our grade, guess who I got stuck with? Connor walks over to my desk with this smug little grin and goes, "Looks like you're gonna carry me to another A, Rachel," not even trying to hide it. First group meeting at the library, Connor shows up 20 minutes late with his basketball still under his arm. I had already printed out like 15 sources and made a timeline. He takes one look at my work and goes, "Yeah, this looks good. Just text me when it's done." Then he literally left, just walked out. I texted him that night asking what part he wanted to work on. He sent back, "LOL, you got this." I called him, straight to voicemail. I tried again the next day and he finally picked up while I could hear video games in the background. "Dude, Rachel, why are you stressing? You always get A's. I'll just show up for the presentation." 2 weeks go by. I'm staying up until like 2 in the morning every night working on this thing. I made the poster board, wrote the entire script, found all the primary sources, even made little props. My mom kept asking why I looked so tired, and I just couldn't explain how much I hated group projects. Meanwhile, Connor's posting Instagram stories of him at parties and basketball games. Not a care in the world. When I'd see him in the hallway, he'd give me a thumbs up and say, "Thanks for handling our project," loud enough for everyone to hear. His friends would laugh like it was the funniest thing ever. 3 days before it's due, I text him asking if he wants to practice. He goes, "Nah, I'm good at presentations, don't worry." I asked if he even read the sources I sent him. He sent back a shrugging emoji. That's when I realized he had no clue what our project was even about. Presentation day comes and I'm nervous as hell. Not because of public speaking, but because I had this plan forming in my head. Connor strolls in 5 minutes after class starts, hair still messy from sleeping in. He sits next to me and whispers, "So what are we talking about again?" Mrs. Davis calls our names. Connor jumps up all confident and starts walking to the front. I grab my backpack and follow him. He starts the presentation like he wrote every word. Our project focuses on the economic factors that led to the Civil War. He's gesturing like he's some expert. But here's the thing. I had made 2 versions of everything. One with both our names and one with just mine. While Connor's talking, I quietly pulled out the solo version and placed it on Mrs. Davis's desk. She looked confused for a second, then I mouthed, "I did it alone." Connor keeps going, talking about cotton production and tariffs like he discovered this information himself. The whole class is listening and he's actually doing okay because he's just reading from my script. But then Mrs. Davis stops him. "Connor, can you explain the significance of the Missouri Compromise in relation to your thesis?" Dead silence. His face went completely blank. He looked at me with panic in his eyes and I just stared back. The Missouri thing it was important because he fumbled for like 30 seconds before Mrs. Davis told him to sit down. I took over and finished the presentation, explained every single detail, answered all her questions, showed off the props I made. When I was done, Mrs. Davis asked Connor what his contribution was. "I helped with research," he lied. That's when I pulled out my phone. I had screenshots of every single text where he blew me off, every unanswered call log, even a photo of me at the library alone with all my books spread out. I handed Mrs. Davis my phone and said, "He contributed absolutely nothing. I have proof." Connor's face turned bright red. He started stuttering about how group projects are supposed to be collaborative and I was being unfair. Mrs. Davis looked through my phone, then at the 2 different versions of the project on her desk. "Connor, step outside, please." After he left, she told the class this was exactly why she sometimes gave individual grades for group work. She suspected something like this was happening. Connor got a 0. I got a 96. When Connor came back in, he wouldn't even look at me. After class, he tried to argue with Mrs. Davis in the hallway, but she shut him down quick. That afternoon, his mom called the school trying to get his grade changed. Didn't work. Connor never bothered me again after that.